Poirier. Joe, this has got fun fight written all over it. The
Absolutely.
Scarecrow Pablo Graza out of Fargo, North Dakota, is a guy who likes to stand and bang, long and lean and vicious Muay Thai.
Well, he's very skilled in all aspects of mixed martial arts, and this is one of the best matchups on the card, Mike. Pablo Graza really exploded onto the MMA scene when he knocked out Fredson Paijao, but then showed his full range of skills in Toronto with that beautiful flying triangle. He was trying to figure out a way to solve the puzzle and leapt up onto a triangle, which was just absolutely fantastic. Brilliant technique. Really, this guy can do it all. Very tall for the weight class at 6'1". That's a big 145-pounder. Uses that long reach with his kicks and his punches, but also with his chokes.
12-1 overall. He's 2-0 in the UFC. 2 wins, 2 bonuses. Knockout of the night. Submission of the night with that triangle that you just talked about against Yves Chamois.
Well, he's very tactical and just shows all sorts of promise. I can't wait to see this fight tonight because Dustin Poirier is going to test him. He's going to put him in all sorts of crazy positions, put him in all sorts of bad spots, and I just can't wait to see how he responds, and I can't wait to see how Dustin responds to the technical brilliance that Pablo Graza brings.
Graza, as I mentioned, lives in Fargo, North Dakota, trains at the Academy of Combat Arts with Dylan Spicer, who is a protege of Greg Nelson, who of course runs the ship at Minnesota Martial Arts Academy. Volkman, Lentz, and of course former champion Sean Shirk have trained there for years. The Scarecrow, Pablo Graza. Looking to go to 3-0 in his UFC career. Dustin the Diamond Poirier, 10-1 in his MMA career. Mentored by Tim Crater, UFC veteran, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt is Crater. But Dustin Poirier kind of came out of nowhere as well, because in his UFC debut, he took on Josh Crispy, who was basically 1 win away from fighting for a title. And man, oh man, did Dustin Poirier take it to Josh Crispy that night.
Yeah, he shocked a lot of people, and Tim Crater is very high on this young man and thinks this guy has incredible potential. And, you know, from his 2 fights in the UFC, you can easily see why. This young man, only 22 years of age, shows great jiu-jitsu, great stand-up, great heart and conditioning. He's a big fighter for 145 pounds. Not as tall as Pablo Graza, but very thick and very physically powerful. This is a great matchup, Mike.
His first ever fight at 145 was his UFC debut, and he said it was the first time since 7th grade that he was 145 pounds. But both of these men 2-0 in their young UFC careers. Our tale of the tape for this featherweight fight. Dustin Poirier, 22 years old, 6 years younger than the Scarecrow. The Scarecrow 6'1", Poirier is 5'9", reach is identical. Once again with the official introductions, here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC featherweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a mixed martial artist holding professional record, 12 wins, 1 loss, standing 6 feet 1 inch tall, weighing in at 145 pounds. Fighting out of Fargo, North Dakota, Pablo the Scarecrow Graza. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a mixed martial artist holding professional record, 10 wins, 1 loss, standing 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighing in at 146 pounds. Fighting out of Lafayette, Louisiana, Dustin the Diamond Poirier. And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Larry Landless.
Larry Landless, our referee for this featherweight fight.
Ready. Ready.
Here we go. Garza in the black trunks. Poirier in the white trunks. Dustin Poirier, the southpaw.
Garza has a brilliant flying knee and will throw off wild, unorthodox techniques.
And confidence that is ever growing.
Yeah. Well, he's got excellent technique on his feet and on the ground. Good movement, as does Dustin. And Dustin, right now, is the aggressor.
Kicks up. Those kicks up.
Poirier controlling the center of the octagon. Nice leg kick.
I mean, a combined 22-2, the record of these two young mixed martial artists. Especially Poirier at just 22 years old. Head kick. And even though Garza is much taller, the reach is identical, as we showed you on the tail of the tape.
And that is because Poirier is so wide. You look at his shoulders, and that's where the power comes from, too. That the wide base of the shoulders. You look at like power punchers like Tommy Hearns, who's always a thin guy with real wide shoulders.
And Poirier does a good job of turning those punches over, too.
Excellent technique.
Both men trying to find some range early.
Good.
Caught the kick.
Kick to the body, though. It was a powerful kick. It landed. And Dustin with some good punches here.
Couple uppercuts on the way up.
Dustin caught that kick, but it did land. And you can see the redness on the right side of his body because of it.
Head kick. Those long legs and those shins are just ready to do damage.
Yeah, and as we said, those also come in handy when it comes to grappling because he can grab chokes from positions that other fighters with shorter limbs can't. Nice. Grabbed the leg, swept him to the ground.
And that time the leg didn't deliver the damage the one previously did.
Exactly. Nice punches here by Poirier. He's obviously studied tape on Garza and is doing a real good job of getting close, catching those punches, catching those kicks rather, and landing his punches.
And the last couple of times in, Poirier's even started just to kind of bully him a little bit.
Yeah.
If you want to come inside, I'm going to throw you around.
He seems to be the physically stronger fighter.
Yes.
And they go down, and Poirier's on top, but Garza has a leg lock. Poirier's in trouble. He's in trouble here.
Can he get out? Yep.
Got out. Nicely done by Poirier.
He felt the urgency.
That was nasty. That was a dangerous position for Poirier's leg.
Fight scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. Nice combination.
Trust in your hands.
Come on, man. Let's keep those kicks up.
Your hands, Dustin.
You ready? Hey, hey. Get those kicks up. Let's go.
Fight continues. Throws that inside leg kick again.
Let your hands go. Pull the trigger.
Uppercut. Oh,
Good
nice combination.
He's got a hold of the head of Pablo, but Pablo pulls him into half guard here.
Elbows, elbows, elbows.
Poirier always seems to put combinations together. It's never one striking out.
Pablo right now is trying to push down the hips to
shorts.
free his right knee, Mike, and he wants to get his right knee in between him and Dustin so that he is not in half guard, but rather full guard so he can attack. Very few submissions available from half guard. Now he's using the left knee to separate, to get distance between him and Dustin so that Dustin can't get as much leverage on his strikes. Trying to tie up that right arm, and Dustin's trying to sneak it in with some punches and elbows.
We know Dustin very well versed with his ground game if he's training on a daily basis with Tim Crater, the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt.
Yeah, and you see here Garza is trying to get that right leg free, and Dustin is trying to step over it. Big shots by Dustin.
Good pace by Dustin Poirier.
Full guard now for Pablo, but he can't lock it up because Dustin's teeing off on him. Dustin's not giving him the opportunity to get comfortable.
Continuously attacking during that scramble was Poirier.
And right now, Pablo is tying up the right arm of Dustin Poirier, but it doesn't look like he has it tight enough to really, truly control it.
Watch back of the
Elbow
head.
from the bottom. 10 seconds.
Looking for an arm bar. Can't get the left arm across the face, though. May try a triangle.
Stop.
Round one complete.
It's all good.
Great show of sportsmanship right there.
Just breathe.
And here we see the leg in a very bad position for Dustin Poirier, but he was able to scramble and get back up to his feet and dodge that up kick. But that was a scary spot for a little while. His leg was fully extended. And here Dustin's pushing forward, connects with the left. Got a hold of the head of Garza and controlled him on the ground, avoiding submission attempts.
All right, good. Keep breathing, deep breath, all right? I want you to stay busy on the feet. When you're on the bottom, keep attacking, okay? Lead with the hands before you kick. Lead with the hands, all right?
Some big, deep breaths in the corner of Pablo Garza.
Well, Dustin really bullied him around that round.
Go!
Down, set him up with 2 and punish with the next 3.
The battle continues, round 2. And Garza did it with some nice combinations. Looking for anything that might work and catch him off guard that time.
Well, what seems to me, Mike, is that Dustin is physically the stronger fighter. And when push comes to shove and it becomes a battle of strength, Dustin seems to get the better of it. See, like when they clinch up, Dustin is the one who winds up on top every time.
I mean, he sprawls and gets himself into half guard.
Yeah, he's a big 145-pounder, very, very strong physically. And Garza was underhooking the left leg, but gave up on it when he didn't feel like he could move Poirier. Now Garza with that left shin again across the body to try to keep Dustin from getting a lot of strength into his shots. So that left knee keeps Garza slightly safe, but Dustin's still able to land some little short punches and elbows in there. And there's one. But it's that left knee. That's a frustrating position. It's real hard to pass that. When a guy has that left shin across your waist, it's hard to generate any power. Oh, he's going for a choke. He's going for a Darce choke. Dustin's going for a Darce choke.
Trying to lock it up right there.
It looks like he's got it. Oh, that's nice.
Trying to crank on it.
Nice.
Can he finish it?
Deep choke.
It is all over!
Nicely done.
Dustin Poirier, winner by submission.
That was outstanding.
Just like that, Joe. He had it and he finished.
When Garza reached in for the underhook, Mike, when he got that underhook, Dustin Poirier locked a hold of it, slid his arm through, past the neck, locked it up onto his bicep, and sunk in the choke. Very, very nicely done. Let's look at it here. See the hand? Watch the hand. He slides the hand forward and connects it to his bicep, and then puts the squeeze to it when he gets the left hand and turns it up. Watch when he does it here. That's when the left hand comes up, that's when all the leverage goes in. Look at that squeeze down. That is just constricting the blood to Garza's neck. And you see it here, watch it again. Squeezes it down, a beautiful blood choke there. And it's all from Garza grabbing that underhook. When you see the arm of Garza around the leg, or excuse me, around the waist of Dustin, that's what kept it in position.
Sorry it was so slow. Dangerous. He's a dangerous guy.
Here is Bruce Buffer with our official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Larry Landless has called a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 32 seconds of the second round. Declaring the winner by tap out due to a Darce choke, Dustin the Diamond Poirier.
Winner by submission. Trains with Tim Crater, the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, and it pays off tonight for Dustin Poirier, who will visit with Joe Rogan.
All right, I'm here with the winner, Dustin Poirier. Dustin, congratulations on a real nice victory over a really skilled and dangerous opponent. You did a fantastic job here tonight, and you secured a Darce choke for the victory. First of all, tell us how you feel and how'd the fight go for you?
Man, I feel amazing. You know, I didn't cut any corners in training camp. I came in here the best I've ever been. I'm sorry, guys. It was a little bit slow starting. I don't know if you've seen his last two fights.
He's unpredictable. He's dangerous. He'll finish a fight quick. So, you know, I'm a professional fighter. I got to come in here and fight smart, Joe.
Well, you saw an opening, and let's look at it here. When he grabbed that underhook, you immediately slid your hand under his neck and finished that choke.
You know, sometimes that choke's really hard to finish from half guard. But he turned and laid flat and gave it to me. Man, I train my jiu-jitsu with Tim Crater 6 days a week. I'm a purple belt. A lot of you guys haven't seen my ground game because I like to tuck my chin and bang. But, you know, Tim's 6'3", black belt. I knew Garza didn't have anything I haven't seen, man.
At 22 years of age, you got a bright future, young man. Can't wait to see you again. Dustin Poirier, ladies and gentlemen.
Dustin the Diamond Poirier is 3-0 inside the octagon, winner tonight by Darce choke.